Welcome to Explore Repeat. My name's Ethan, and today I'm in Andalusia, Spain. It's a southern region of Spain, a small town called Messina, about south of Granada. If you want to take a look on a map, it's really small. Today I thought I'd talk about something that has been very helpful for me. It's not necessarily something that all travelers are going to need, but it is something that if you like doing photography, if you like doing things with your camera and being a little bit more creative, something that has really infinitely helped me has been the mini tripod. Alright, this is my mini tripod. It's from Oben. It's the Oben BD1. I believe that's what it's called. If it's not, I'll put it down below. Actually, I think the BD1 is just the actual ball head that's on top. The actual tripod part itself has a different name, and I'll throw that in the description information down below. As you'll notice, it's not like a lot of the other more popular ones on the market today. A lot of people like to use the Gorilla Pods or other things that are sort of similar. I don't particularly like those for several reasons. One, I've had one before, and when the links start to loosen, the whole arm starts to wobble and it essentially doesn't work anymore. You can't really use a two-legged tripod. It doesn't really work. They are handy for wrapping around things, but I've had a lot of opportunities or situations where I've really needed that much. If you're using a larger camera like the Fuji X-T1 that I'm using, or even larger, a lot of times the Gorilla Pods won't hold up that weight. They do have some larger ones that hold up full-size cameras, but I've actually found them to be too large, and so I go with something a little bit smaller like this. You can kind of take a look. It's all solid legs. It's all aluminum, very strong construction, and you notice it can get very low to the ground, which allows me to get some really low angle shots. It allows me to do video in places. I can set up the camera. I can keep the camera up out of water when I'm doing extremely low shots with water, which is something I like to do. It's a very handy tool. The ball head that actually comes with this actually comes off, so if I want to get even lower, I can actually put the camera right onto this part of the tripod, right on the flat bit. But most of the time I use it here. The area that this has been the most handy with has been night photography, things like that. It's very useful. So I can tilt the camera back using the ball head, and I can lock it off, and I can get a nice shot. Now, it's not a replacement for a professional full-size tripod, because I'm trying to balance out the idea of lightweight but bringing good quality photography equipment. This is what I settled on, and I'll tell you, it works. It works really well. You might have to get down on your knees a little bit more. You have to get a little bit more creative about where you set things, but being able to lock this off has allowed me to get some really great night photography shots, Aurora Borealis in Iceland, all because of this handy dandy little doohickey. Travel and have a little bit of tape. Very useful. And I had 3 legs, so I have 3 different types of tape. I have duct tape, I have athletic tape, which is kind of like my go-to first aid kit, and then I have a little bit of leftover gaff tape, which I use on my camera, lens cap, all sorts of stuff. Very useful gaff tape. I wish it was black. I just had some leftover white, and that's what I threw on there. But it's very useful. This is well used. You actually start to see that the legs have loosened a little bit, although it doesn't. They should be stiff like this one, where they kind of fold into place and have a good amount of friction. It started with one, and the other one has started to go loose now too, but it really doesn't affect the usefulness of the tripod. It just slides on the side of my backpack. It stays here almost all the time, and you see it takes up very little space in the backpack itself, and you can't beat it. I definitely recommend getting a solid mini tripod. Very useful, and it can really help out with your ultralight photography needs. If you do ever have a need to strap it to something, get creative with the tape or with rope. It's not a hard thing to try to figure out. Thanks for joining us here on Explore Repeat. If you have any other questions about photography gear, travel, or gear that we've taken with us on our trip, please send us a comment. Don't forget to like and share us. You can find photography on our website at explorerepeat.com. Try to do an Instagram every single day. Check us out there. Again, thank you for joining us here on Explore Repeat. We'll see you down the road.